So, as you said, my name is Chris. I work in the digital design department, for those of you who don't know me. And I'm going to talk a little bit about something that inspires me. But before I really delve into this presentation, I'd ask that you do something for me. Get in your mind the type of music that you like, something that really speaks to you, and focus on that for a few seconds and run through this experiment with me. Is that silence uncomfortable for anyone else? I mean, silence is something that's so powerful, so awkward sometimes, it becomes an overwhelming feeling. So overwhelming that the mind fills in the silence with thoughts and sounds just to cope with the uncomfortability. Sometimes we create songs from random noises, or even play music when there was none to begin with. Sometimes we'll hear songs or voices that weren't even said. Words or lyrics can lend themselves to very distinct songs or beats. It creates a mood or feeling where there was none before. Ourselves are so in tune with music that many of us create different songs with just words and images implied. For me, when I turn on music, I'm able to turn off the world. Being able to turn on music gives me the ability to work through and process my feelings, communicate those feelings. It gives me the ability to process through any challenge I may be facing at that time. My fascination with music started in the church. The choir was always the main event for me. And whether I was trying to sing in the choir or listening to other choirs sing, it was the magic that the choir took over the sanctuary that spoke to me. That magic touched and transformed everyone that heard it. My mother was a very talented songwriter who had a beautiful voice to match as her instrument. She would use this combination of lyrics and vocal instrument to influence and make a difference in her world. For all that musical talent she possessed, and with me being the firstborn, you would think I would have just a little bit of it, but not so much. Which was kind of heartbreaking because I really wanted to use music as my form of art. I wanted to be able to take that magic and be able to touch people in the same way that she did. I wanted to make a difference as well. So refusing to be deterred, I got into the world of poetry. Now, just because my creativity didn't follow the traditional ways that music artists would create songs, I found another way to use the most powerful elements of music to create that same magic that I felt. People say that lyrics have often been described as poetry with a beat. With poetry, I could create that same magic, that same powerful emotion. For me, poetry became music, and that music was my art. Slam poetry, in particular, was the artistic platform that allowed me the power to be creative and the ability to create magic and art by playing with different sounds and cadences and rhythm. Slam poetry became my paintbrush, the atmosphere of my canvas, and I paint on the willing ears words of hope and inspiration, flowing with broad strokes as the moment takes me, dabs of comedy yellow and creativity green, in a scene where this poem invokes your hearing to provide a beat. But don't let that English fool you. It's in whatever language you speak. The drums play to your speed. My words provide the tools, my presentation, your colors, for you to paint your own song. Draw inspiration from my platform to color your own words. Courage purple, tranquility blue. Let the colors you see create the music that paints you. Poetry, music, these are all tools in communication. These are the tools that allow us to create or allow us to communicate ideals of grief or sadness or heartbreak. These same tools can also create an internal background soundtrack to monologues spun of love and happiness. We sit at our desks for hours, lots of time mindlessly listening to music, using music to press through the struggles of creative work, the creative work blocks, or uncomfortable silence, staring at a project for hours, wondering, what in the world am I supposed to do with this? But we are artists. We are all looking to communicate. And music serves as a great example for that tool, as it transcends all communications. It crosses language barriers in a way that is unique to music, much like we create art that is unique to our spirits and our culture. For music, it's in the way that the lyrics are sung, the emotion it portrays, the passion in which the song is delivered. All of this makes music such a powerful art form. The power to inspire and transform, regardless of the exact language the words are spoken in. Music is such a universal art that the message can be conveyed. It goes beyond the limits of communication. And that type of power is freedom. Freedom to be able to express and be heard, to be able to be understood. Freedom to be artistic in ways that are a little bit different and non-traditional. Music allows us to take a journey from one emotional road to another, taking us down a path of our choosing, past any emotional construction cone to the other side, where our personal freedom is in the form of peace, accomplishment, or even bliss. So as you're sitting at your desk in that uncomfortable second of silence, ask yourself, what is your music?